Hi guys, we are having another chill with Estelle episode. In this episode, we're going to go through this book together. It's a workbook for self discovery. I just got it at Target. That's why you see the 20% off Target right there. But originally, the book itself is supposed to be $23.99, so $24. But 20% off, I got it at $19. I'm trying to remove this because I want to see, but it says How to Meet Yourself. Dr. Nicole LaPara, the holistic psychologist. Do you know what's funny? When I got the book yesterday, I didn't look in the back until I had paid for it. When I looked in the back, I immediately recognized her. I follow her on YouTube, I follow her on Instagram. She's really, really, really good at sharing bite sized information that is straight to the point about psychology and helping you understand the whys of your mind. Okay, so I'm gonna read you the little paragraph about her. Okay, and then we'll keep going. Dr. Nicole LaPara, she was trained in clinical psychology at Cornell University and the School for Social Research. She also has studied at the Philadelphia School of Psychoanalysis. As a clinical psychologist in private practice, she found herself frustrated by the limitations of traditional psychotherapy. Pause. My windows are open. Both my neighbors on both sides are having some kind of party, so please bear with me. I couldn't close the windows because it's too hot. It's just too much. Okay. Wanting more for her patients and for herself, she began a journey to create a unified philosophy of mental, physical, and spiritual well being that would equip people with the tools to heal themselves. I think that the ones on this side are actually having a fucking concert or something. What the fuck? Offering a true paradigm shift in mental wellness, Dr. Nicole's teachings empower individuals to break free from inherited beliefs and uncover their authentic selves. She's the number one New York Times bestselling author of How to Do the Work, and she's the creator of Self Healers hashtag movement and an international community of people joining together to take healing in their own hands. And if you are on this page and you're like, okay, what the fuck is this episode about? That's basically what we're doing. We're taking our healing in our own hands. In our own hands. Sorry, we are bringing healing to our inner child. Therefore, bringing healing to our adult self. We are gaining the tools, the knowledge, the tips, the conversations that we need to have in order to help ourselves. If we don't have access to therapy, if we don't have access to therapy anymore, if whatever the case, your ability to help yourself will allow you a lot more freedom. That's one of the goals of this page. This episode is another episode of Hanging with Estelle, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I am Estelle, and today the episode is just psychology. We're just gonna talk psychology. Sometimes I do tarot, sometimes I come in here and we play and we chat. And today it's just psychology. We're gonna go through this book. The episodes are 20 to 30 minutes. The goal is to give you something productive to listen to when your mind is going off into a dark place, when the intrusive thoughts are trying to beat your ass, when you're just bored and instead of doing something negative like, I don't know, watching gossip stories and going down a rabbit hole, you spend 20 to 30 minutes. Can y'all hear that shit? You gotta be kidding me. It is 9:30 p.m. Who the fuck? Listen. Okay, back to this. 20 to 30 minutes of something positive and productive to enjoy. I do have African music playing on the background. I will not get flagged because it's all in French, so we're good on that side. But let's try. Let's try to get into this because this neighbor is trying to get on my nerves. Give me a second. Okay, I closed the windows. I can still hear them, but I'm not gonna let it fuck up my vibe, okay? Because the goal today is to record this for you. Okay, so let's go. The holistic psychologist. I like holistic psychology. Holistic is any practice that encompasses the whole system, meaning body, spirit, and mind. So when you go to the doctor and you say, "Oh, my knee hurts," right? They don't just give you a bunch of pills. They ask you first, what have you been doing? What's going on in your mind? Because knee pain is the physiological symptom of feeling like you're carrying way too much. Lower back pain is the physiological symptom of worrying a lot about money and feeling like you don't have support. So if I know this already, then giving you a painkiller is just going to dull the pain. It's not getting to the root of the pain. You get it? Let's go. That's what holistic doctors are. Holistic psychology. I will read for you, of course, because you can't read the whole thing, but I'm not gonna read everything because, baby, this is not story time. How to Meet Yourself. This book is dedicated to Jacob Wickland, whose divine guidance helped channel the creation of these pages, all of which were brought forth in the weeks and months following his physical passing. Jake, you're so loved and your presence is so felt. That's deep. Alright, introduction. It's pretty cute, huh? Look at that. The design. It's like a watercolor thing. Introduction. One, two, three, four sections. The first one, how we meet ourselves. Meet your habit self. Number two, meet your emotional self. Meet your authentic self. Acknowledgements in the appendix. Let's kind of flip through first, okay? So it's gonna be some writing, how to get started, building your support. This is the intro. We're just going to flip through a little bit for a couple of minutes. So there's spaces to fill in, body scan, little meditation. And yes, we do these meditations together. Little quizzes. I like it. How to use affirmations. I am safe. I forgive myself. My life has meaning and purpose. My past does not define me. I am proud of myself and all that I overcome to be who I am today. Every day I am making choices that create a better me. How to meet your end, transform yourself. Step 1, see yourself. Step 2, empower yourself. After practicing the exercises in section 1, you know how to identify your habit self, practice a consciousness check in, practice self witnessing, harness the power of neuroplasticity to create change. This will be section 2, meet your habit self, return to your body. What you learn. So it's like color coded. The body is a different color, body language. Insecure body language, rounded and hunched shoulders, tense and fearful facial muscles, arms folded in front of your body. This is me always. Fidgety sometimes. Secure, tall and straight shoulders, relaxed and softened facial muscles, arms relaxed hanging alongside your body, firmly grounded. Okay. Neuroception. Okay. By the way, if this is your first time on this page, make sure you subscribe because we're going to definitely go through this whole workbook on camera. I think that if you go through my videos, there's already a whole book that we finished already that we worked out together. Do my beliefs and behaviors align? Yes, no, not sure. My behavior. How do you experience the world overall? Do you feel safe and able to trust the happenings of the world around you? Do you feel powerless and unable to trust the world around you? So we will read this question. I will put them on screen and then we'll take like 2 to 3 minutes on camera and I will write my own and I'll share what I feel comfortable sharing with you guys. Inner child journal. I love inner child work. I really, really do. Listen to these questions. What happens to activate my inner child wound? Damn. Thoughts. When my wounded inner child is active, what am I thinking? Feelings. When my wounded inner child is active, what am I feeling? Damn. This is very important because when you have depression, anxiety, PTSD, or any mental disorder that comes with intrusive or just simple intrusive thoughts, you have a hard time differentiating between a thought and sometimes feelings. And sometimes we also think that thoughts are facts or feelings are like facts. Sometimes you can feel anxious for no reason because your body just has like built up energy that it hasn't had a safe moment to release. So you're just sitting there watching TV and boom, you have like a surge of anxiety through your body because you don't take the time to accurately release the anxiety that you have accumulated on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Reactions. When my wounded inner child is active, how do I react? Example, tantruming, sulking, detaching. Oh, I detach. I know I am a champion at detaching. I am a champion at saying bye to people. Like, bye, bitch. What the fuck? Bye. You thought I was gonna. Bye. That's a wounded child, though. Because you should be able to make other people feel valuable in your life. And I love you while you're here, but if you about to leave, baby, leave. I never be like, please just meet your inner critic. I'm ugly, I'm unattractive, they are inconsiderate, they ignored my request on purpose, they're incompetent. I'm the only one who can do things correctly. I'm not smart. I can't get anything right. That's your inner critic message. Have you ever heard those things in your head? Wise inner parent affirmations. I'll read you a few. Your needs matter. You are allowed to know all of the answers. To not know all of the answers. You can play and explore just because you want to. You are allowed to say no to the people, places, and things that do not serve you. You deserve to take time for self care. You are safe, and I'm going to take care of you now. Hmm. Let me know in the comments what affirmation resonated with you. What is an affirmation that you wish you have heard your parent or parents say and show you? Because it's one thing to say, I got you, I'm going to protect you. And then when something happens, you just disappear. Your biased brain. I have an accent, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, there it is. Read it. BIASED, biased. Your biased brain. I didn't have control over Dash, and I do have control over Dash. I didn't have control over Dash, and I do have control over Dash. This is empowering belief reframes. That's dope. Reframing how you think about things. And then lastly, it will be the purple one. I like it. I like this. I'm excited for this workbook. You guys can come back and work on it with me. Meet your authentic self. You can buy yourself one and just follow along with me. Also, I'm gonna put my Instagram in the description. I'm going to be going live now very often to be doing these things with you guys as well. So if you're interested, that's also a way to see me and connect with me a little bit more often. Okay. Let's get started. We're halfway there. This is almost 13-15 minutes. Okay. How to get started. Begin with the intention setting exercise on page 12. This exercise sets the tone for the journey and it's important to take the time to complete it. Commit the time. The amount of time you spend in this workbook will be different for everyone. We all lead busy lives with many different obligations and priorities, making it difficult to set aside time just for yourselves. All you'll need is 10 to 15 minutes each day to practice. This practice is to become a ritual you create every morning when you wake up or something you do right before bed. You might even want to set reminders in your phone or find a buddy to help hold you accountable for showing up. Get creative. You may want to grab some colorful pens, markers to do the exercises. You may even want to use a separate notebook to do the work in so you can make it your own. Whatever feels good, go with it. I got a pencil because obviously I'm going to be writing in here. But again, if I need a bigger page, I have books everywhere. Notebooks to just work on this. You can buy a book just to journal so that you can use that journal to answer these questions. And then at the end of this whole series, just go back and try to read and look at how much insight you get from there. This is like excavation without therapy. Literally. Create a safe space to use this workbook. So, some of you may even listen to relaxing music with headphones or have a pet with you. Spend some time to make this space completely your own. A safe space is somewhere you feel completely comfortable, at peace, and open to new ideas. You can create this space in your bedroom, a certain nook in your home, or even outside in nature. Ideally, you want this to be a space where you have full privacy and won't be interrupted. Okay, so she told us to go to page 12 to set the intention. So let's see. Ooh, here we go. So I want to read from page 5 to page 12. When envisioning your future self. This is cute. Let me see, where is the first one? Okay, 13, 15 pages. Let's see how many we can do, okay, in this episode. Alright. Building your own internal support system. To build a foundation of support for our journey, we'll want to identify the different ways we can help ourselves feel safe and secure along the way. Also, I'm going to highlight some things because, if it's important, you got to highlight it. None of us can control the world around us, so it's helpful to create a space within ourselves that allows us to respond to the world in healthy ways. I like to think of our internal support system as a toolbox we can access at any time, especially to help us get through difficult or stressful emotions. Give me a second. Alright, I got this, and I brought the light a little closer. So, usually I don't like my ring light to be seen, but nigga, who gives a fuck? Let's focus. I'm going to highlight certain things like none of us can control the world around us. It's helpful to create a space within ourselves that allows us to respond to the world in healthy ways. I like to call it our internal support system, especially to help us get through difficult or stressful emotions. Okay, examples of using internal support. There's, for example, I'll wait two. You woke up feeling sad and can't seem to find the motivation to do anything on your to-do list. You sit on your bed and decide that you're going to do a 5-minute breathing technique. You notice that you feel less upset and you're able to do a quick chore that you've been putting off. All day you felt off. You notice that you've been criticizing and judging yourself throughout the day, so as dusk comes, you commit to getting into bed early. Over time, you've noticed that you tend to feel this way when you need sleep and give yourself the rest you need to begin a new day tomorrow. That's me. When my sleep pattern starts to be messy, my intrusive thoughts gets louder, creating a sense of safety. Use your breath to create safety. Learning to use our breath is a powerful way to regulate our nervous system. When we experience stress, our breathing becomes shallow and quick. Sometimes we find ourselves holding our breath and clenching our jaw. This physiological shift sends our body a message that we are not safe and that it's time to prepare for a threat. By learning how to intentionally change the way we breathe, we can teach our body that we are safe. Here are some of my favorite breathing exercises. You can try each of them or just the ones you're specifically drawn to. So there are two, four, six ones, and I will read the six titles, but I'll only read two in details. Balanced breathing, deep belly breathing, straw breathing, 4-7-8 breathing, box breathing, and alternate nostril breathing. I'm gonna read the box breathing, okay? Because I think I've heard of that one before. Sit or lay down in a comfortable position where you are able to safely relax for the next few minutes. Begin to inhale slowly and deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Wait for 4 seconds before your next inhalation. Repeat this pattern of box breathing for 1 to 2 minutes. Check in with your body and notice any shifts or changes in its feelings of stress or tension. So, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, wait for 4. Set a timer on your phone for 1 minute and try, and then do it for 2 minutes and try again. And just keep building. Next, I'm going to read the balanced breathing. Sit or lay down in a comfortable position where you'll be able to feel safely relaxed. Begin to inhale slowly and deeply through your nose to the count of 5. Relax your jaw, your shoulders, any muscles that feel tense. Exhale slowly through your nose to the same count of 5, feeling your body continue to relax. Repeat this pattern of inhalation and exhalation for 1 to 2 minutes. So you breathe in for 5, you relax your body, you breathe out for 5. Breathe in for 5, relax your body, breathe out for 5. Okay. Create a sensory experience. Using your senses to ground you or to shift your attention away from your thinking mind to what's happening in your body or in your surroundings. This can be incredibly this can be incredibly helpful when your thoughts are causing stress or emotional overwhelm. So intrusive thoughts, scary thoughts, depression, thoughts of taking your own life. Using the list below, pick one activity to practice this sensory grounding exercise. After spending a few moments reconnecting with your senses, checking how your body feels. One, two, three, four, five. I'll read all 5. Light a candle and spend a few moments simply watching its flame. So when you are stressed this week, when you are tense this week, when your thoughts get dark, when they get heavy, when they start to speed up and you don't know how to slow them down, here's a few things that you can try. I'm gonna bring the page here so that you can take a screenshot and you can have this with you this week. Okay. The next one is burn some incense and spend a few moments smelling the aroma. Next is grab a slice of an orange or any other juicy fruit. Spend a few moments as you slowly bite its flesh and taste its juices. So take time to savor what you're eating, right? Find your pet or your favorite blanket and spend a few moments rubbing your hand over its softness. Or, lastly, put on your favorite music and spend a few moments listening to the sounds and melody. I'm gonna add one dance. Let me add one here dance. If you can actually find African music, dance to African music. Find your ground. Ooh, we're almost making it to 12, guys. Reconnect to the earth. Bring your attention to your feet. Notice how the heel and sole of both feet make contact with the ground. Take off your shoes for extra contact with the earth if possible. Spend 2 to 5 minutes just feeling the ground underneath you. Surround yourself with nature by sitting in a garden or at a local park or visiting your plants and spend 2 to 5 minutes experiencing the nature around you. Or stand in the sunshine. Focus your attention on feeling its warmth on your skin. I do this a lot. I go outside, especially when I start to feel like my mood is sinking and there's no actual evidence of what caused it. Like it's just a swing happening. I go outside, especially if it's the day. I can go out at night, of course, for sunlight. I go outside and I stand directly under the sun and I just wait, close my eyes and just kind of face it. Let it warm all over my body. I turn around. You know how those meats be turning in the rotisserie? That's how I turn around slowly and just let it rotisserie me. So these are a few ways to reconnect and ground yourself. Okay? Nature heals. Find the nearest park, a hiking trail, or even a spot in your backyard, or sit outside on your next sunny day and notice the effects of spending this time outdoors. Visualize safety and relaxation. So you can do a relaxation or a visualization exercise where you imagine yourself really safe, okay? For example, it says begin to picture a white glowing light around your heart. You could choose whatever color you want because I'm black and sometimes when people tell me black like or like I have to say white, there's a resistance in me like yo why always gotta be white light. So it could be a yellow light, it could be a pink light, it could be even a black light. If you feel safe in black, you feel safe in black. Okay, as you continue, begin to picture a white glowing light around your heart. As you continue to breathe deeply, imagine the white light becoming stronger and feel your heart softening and opening at the same time. As you begin to feel more relaxed, envision the white light filling the entire area of your chest and repeat aloud or silently, my heart is safe. I am safe. I am open and free. Setting our intention for what are you gonna call it for this workbook, right? Let's see what it says. Let's begin. Find a space where you can take a few moments to sit comfortably without interruption. Take a moment to envision the future you currently want for yourself in as much details as you can. Imagine what it's like to live this future life. Imagine what you're doing, where you are, how you feel, who you're with. Use the prompts on the following pages to help bring the details of this vision into your own mind. Practice focusing your attention on how your body feels as you begin to mentally and emotionally embody this future life. Number three, write down the details. There are no right or wrong responses. We are simply imagining and letting our creativity flow. Remember to tune into your body and how you feel physically while asking these questions. For example, you might want to practice embodying feelings of energy, lightheadedness, or ease in your body. So if you think about like if you see a visualization and you get tense, let that go. If you see you get an image in your visualization and you get excited and happy and you feel lighthearted about it, positive. Hold on to that, okay? So this is the questions. I'm going to read them and I'm going to put them on camera and I think that we finished. I was so worried that we're not gonna finish. So this is going to probably wrap up the episode. So far, if you like what you've been seeing, please remember give me a like, subscribe so that you can come back and continue the next episodes with me. I'm going to be recording section 1 soon and it will be up very soon as well. So in the meantime, subscribe, like, share, watch the other videos so you can catch up on what we've been doing here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 questions, okay? So I want you to get a journal to write this down because I want you to work on this. I don't want you to just guys watch this. I want y'all to actually work on this. Some of us don't have the luxury to go to therapy. I have been in therapy for a lot of years, and this is my way of giving back. So, if you can find ways to help yourself like this for free, babe, please take advantage of it. Okay? So, I was giving you time to get paper and pen. Let's get started. When envisioning your future self, so remember, before you do the before you answer or journal this, do a little time, okay? Clear your mind, turn the lights off, turn the music down, make sure that nobody's bothering you. You can take one question every day and answer it. When you wake up in the morning, when your mind is still calm, you take a paper and a pen. Pick one of these questions and you set a timer for like 7 minutes or 5 minutes or 3 minutes and you just write whatever comes to your mind about when you ask that question. Read the question one time, two times, three times, take a deep breath, close your eyes, wait, and then write. Okay, let's start. First question: how do you feel when you envision your future self? How do you feel? Number two, what are you doing? When you envision your future self, what are you doing? Number three, what are you thinking? So, number one, how do you feel when you envision yourself? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling like, oh, this is delusional? What are you doing when you're envisioning? When you have this like little bubble pop up, when you look in there and you see yourself in the future, What are you doing? Are you cooking for your kids? Are you standing on a on a podium, on a stage, talking to hundreds of thousands of people? Are you DJing for the biggest celebrities in the world? Are you making conscious music? What are you doing in this vision? What are you thinking about? Who are you spending time with? Your family? Who? Who in your family? Your mom, your little brother, your little sister. Maybe you don't fuck with your older brother anymore in this vision. Maybe you just chill with your husband and your kids. Maybe you just chill with your wife. Maybe you have a wife in this future. Where and with whom are you living? Yeah. Number five. Who do you live with? Do you live with your mom? Do you have a big ass house and she has one wing and you live on the other side? Does your mom live across the town? Does your mom live? I'm sorry, guys. I just saw the picture of like an artist, an African artist that I loved and like I even got to meet and know, and he passed away. And somebody just threw a picture of him and said his name forever. That just hit me hard. I'm okay though. So who are you living with? Are you living Where are you living? Are you living in San Francisco? Are you living in Hollywood? Are you living in Africa? Are you living in India? Who are you living there with? Next is, what are you most proud of? When you look into this little magic ball that shows you the future you, what are you most proud of? What do you do for work or to financially support yourself? Work or financially support yourself? So, question five was, where and with whom are you living? Question six is, what are you most proud of? Question seven is, what do you do for work or to financially support yourself? Question eight, how do you feel in your relationships? With romantic partners, with friends, with business associates. How do you feel in your relationships, in your future self? How is he or she feeling? Number nine, what self care routines do you have? Are you going to yoga? Are you getting massages regularly? Are you getting what do you call it, a therapy appointment twice a month? Are you going to talk to your pastor? How are you taking care of yourself in your future life? Lastly, how do you typically spend your day? What do you do in the mornings in this vision? Do you wake up and you have enough time to take the kids to school, and then you come back and you're working at home from your computer, recording contents or like having clients on Zoom? What are you doing in the afternoon? Does somebody pick up your child and bring them home? Do you have time to close off with clients, in time to cook and relax and go pick up your child? What do you do in the evening? How do you typically spend your day in your future self? Congratulations, you've taken the first step toward meeting and becoming who you're meant to be, your authentic self. The reason you can envision this version of yourself is because it's already within you. It's going to be a beautiful, enlightening journey to reconnect with this deepest part of you. Now, let's continue this journey. So, we're officially done with the first part. I hope that you guys liked it. This is the title again in case you want to buy it and join me. Thank you for being here. I am sending you love, strength, light energy, and all the money that you need. Bye.